What's up, guys? Ray From here. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, hit the bell icon across the board on all my platforms out there that I put this video on. I want to make this very clear. I reported some news on AEW's Fight Forever and also the DK Oldie stuff. Guys, I want to address that before I get into my quick review of AEW for 4/12/2023. Look, some of you really need to go do fact checking and need to go do some research. Some of you are just spewing things to spew things in my comment section that are, I don't know if you're trying to reach or you're trying to make up some stuff. Like, stop it. Go do some research. There's plenty of news on AEW's Fight Forever. There's plenty of news out there when it comes to DK Oldies. There's plenty of news out there when it comes to these things. Like, look, I was just reporting what I saw online and what I've seen in the news. That's it. That's for then that's up to you guys and ladies out there to go out there and double check and fact check and do your thing. You know, we're here to give you information, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to go find that information. And again, some of you are acting impatient. You don't understand how video games are made, and you don't understand things happen on the fly. Games get delayed all the time. Take a look at Last of Us Part 1. Look at how broken that game is. That game is so broken that people are getting refunds, and Sony's now trying to damage control and bring out updates just to repair the game because it's been rushed. Look at Anthem. Look at Overwatch 2. Look, we can go on and on and on. Games that were delayed or came out broken, or developer promised something that didn't happen. People are saying certain other games are going to be better than this game. I don't care. At the end of the day, I just want the game to come out polished, working great, and living up to my expectations, because that's all that matters. I just want to be able to play my favorite AEW wrestler and it not being a glitch freaking mess or being poorly optimized or anything like that. I just want it to work day one and be able to buy a season's pass and be able to do what I do. That's it. Nothing more. To some of you that are reaching for the sky or trying to make up stuff in my comment section, just go do some research. There's plenty of information on this game. There's plenty from the horse's mouth. Just do your research. And it's the same with the DK Oldies lawsuits. So I had somebody that had to write a huge paragraph in my comment section letting them know, like, dude, you don't understand how lawsuits work. And a lot of us are learning things on the fly about DK Oldies when it comes to this lawsuit. It was on Facebook. It was just a screenshot. That was it. Everybody's reporting it. I'm going off other reports on YouTube. And as the interviews happen with Review Tech USA, Jacob R., you know, I will report more and more as the days go by. And if the lawsuit does go out, most likely people are just going to get a check at the end of the day, just like what happened with the Apple ebook stuff, the Scholastic ebook, audiobook stuff. People are just going to get a check and get compensated. That's it. If you fill out the form, you're going to probably get compensated. Most likely DK Oldies is probably going to settle out of court. That's it. End of story. There's nothing more that needs to be said about that. DK Oldies is a shitty company that preys on people that are nostalgia freaks, that want to live in the past with their video games and share it to the next generation. That's it. Nothing more. And they're charging, you know, prices for something that should be fairly priced, and they're not even refurbishing their consoles. They deserve to be sued. They deserve everything they're getting. And honestly, they should apologize to the communities. They should make things right. They should do something that heals the community so they stop looking like they have a black eye on their face. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, let's get into this AEW Dynamite quick review for 4/12/2023. Jeff Hardy came back. Good moves by AEW. They needed to do this. Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, it kind of comes back together. You know, the Hardy boys come back, possibly have a run with AEW again. Jeff Hardy, maybe a singles run. You know, sky's the limit with this. Jeff Hardy looks healthy. He looks built. He doesn't look like when he left AEW, he was a big dude. And, you know, he's getting into shape. He's trying to do the right things. He's trying to keep to his sobriety. Time will tell on that. And again, Jeff Hardy looked good last night. He looked like he got plenty of rest all these months. And he looks like he's literally, no joke, looking like he's the best shape of his life right now. And looks like he's having fun. That's the one thing with Jeff Hardy that I'm happy about. He's looking healthy. Orange Cassidy, why are we seeing him on television again at the opening segment? But this match went the distance. Orange Cassidy, Buddy Matthews, open challenge for the AEW International Championship, went the distance. It was good. High flying. Orange Cassidy playing off the hand injury. Worked out great. Love the match. I don't know why people are complaining over Orange Cassidy being on your television every week. He's been playing storylines very well. He's playing off this injury. Matches have been going on for like 10, 15 minutes. You're getting bangers. And that's what you want for the title. You want bangers. And I don't know why people are complaining when WWE don't put on bangers anymore. They don't put on bangers. They can't even book properly. And yes, sometimes AEW don't book right either. This was a subpar AEW. I will admit, this was a subpar Dynamite. They just went along with the motions. They just put, moving parts in place. And I'm okay with that because AEW makes it work. Where Monday Night Raw, you're not knowing what's happening because they're scripting it as, and that's why Seth Rollins wants to leave WWE. You haven't heard that yet? Him and Drew McIntyre are been talking about leaving the company. And I can't blame Seth Rollins. I would love to see him back as Tyler Black. I think he was better as Tyler Black than he was Seth Rollins. He did a lot more. And I would love to see him in the indie scene. Him and Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley going at each other for a title. That shit would be amazing, personally. So, like, WWE is not all glitz and glamour. Why did Jay White not sign with them? You know what I mean? Again, people that compare these two companies, you got to take the good, the bad, and the ugly at the end of the day. And I'm a hypocrite when I talk about WWE sometimes. But they're just as equally as bad as AEW. AEW has good weeks and bad weeks. And I'm tired of the tribalism. I'm tired of people saying, well, Rafe, you're just about WWE 1 minute and then you're about AEW. I'm about everything. It's just, I'm going to stop watching WWE because I'm tired of having my intelligence insulted. And I don't care what WWE is doing forward. They should have done this a while ago. Again, back to the AEW review, Orange Cassidy, Buddy Matthews, one hell of a match. It was a banger. That's what you expect going into an AEW. At the very beginning, you want it to be fast-paced, bangers of matches. I would like to see a tag team title match in starting of, or Hobbs and, maybe Silas could have gone on to the very beginning and they could have had a banger of a match. But again, that match was kind of the low point, honestly. Powerhouse Hobbs, Silas. Again, Silas got squashed. And I like what they're doing with, again, Wardlow. I like what they're doing with Wardlow. I like that a lot. I think they could do a lot more with that one. They need to build up Wardlow instead of just giving him a title and letting him go. 1 week beating somebody with the title. Will Hobbs needs to hold the belt for a minute. Maybe when we get to Double or Nothing, or all, an All In, at Wembley Stadium, maybe that's when they do the TNT belt match against him and Wardlow. I'm cool with that. Another thing that I liked tonight was literally I did like the Outcast. I did like what they're doing with that now. They're finally looking like the Blackpool Combat Club. And I like that. It's coming together and I'm kind of understanding. Some people are mocking as PCB from WWE, but I understand how they're setting this up. Maybe they add a fourth member into this, kind of like what the BBC is doing or the Blackpool Combat Club is doing. They add a fourth member. I could totally see maybe Sheeta joining them now. Maybe Sheeta joins them. Or maybe you have, you bring in maybe Ty or Valkyrie joins them. I don't know. I just think it would be really good to see a fourth member in there and kind of just have them do what the Blackpool Combat Club is doing personally. Again, Ruby Soho is great talent. Toni Storm is great. I love the new look from Toni Storm. She looks more sexier and badass. Ruby Soho, she needed this. Ruby was going nowhere real quick, so they need this. They need the feud with Hayter and Britt Baker. They need to keep this going. It's good for business. This could lead into Double or Nothing. This could lead into that all in show. They're doing at Wembley Stadium. Again, like I said, they got to start refining their shows. They got 3 months into this big show. They got to start putting things together in place. Again, Riho, you can't say enough about Riho. Riho's great shit. Riho, could, be a TBS champion. She could do anything, really. If they had a tag team division for the women, Riho would be the first thing I would. But Riho she's a breath of fresh air. Like, I think she should stay face all the time. And if they do turn her heel, put her in that black dress, like leather dress that she had on. It would be perfect for me. Like, she is good at what she does. Sheeta, where's Hikaru Shida? Where's she? Put her in somewhere. Make her heel, put her part of the Outcast, do something. Sheeta, I do miss on television, and it shows. She's one of the pillars. She should be there. She should be fighting for the TBS belt. The TBS belt, I feel, is the weak point of the women's division, and I really think Jade Cargill needs to lose that title to Tyra Valkyrie. There needs to be passing of something here. And Tyra Valkyrie signed for all this and a bag of chips. She should be rewarded for it. And Tyra Valkyrie looks sexier than fucking Jade to me. I'm sorry, Jade. I'm just saying you're not that great. Tyra Valkyrie's better than you. It's just flat out. It shows. And she can rock a pair of boots and a nice PVC / latex catsuit than you, honestly. Just putting that out there. Tyra Valkyrie also has big bungalows. I'm just saying. Better than you, Jade. Jade, I don't need a next coming of China. I need you to start wrestling and start putting on 5-star bangers. You haven't done it yet. You're 55-0. Most of those matches have been given to you, like a Charlotte Flair. You are literally the Charlotte Flair of the division. You need to step up and stop doing these 5 moves of doom like John Cena, or like these moves that Goldberg does, and you're not good at them. You don't know how to wrestle either. You should have been on Dark more and maybe transition to Ring of Honor. Because you ain't made for the main roster at this point. And I've said this all along, Jade, I don't care for you. I like you. I like your character. I think you are a Rihanna kind of character for the AEW's division. But at the end of the day, where do we go with you? You are getting handed win after win after win against quality talent. And you haven't faced quality talent, to be honest with you, yet. You just haven't. Where's Sheeta? Where's Chris Statlander? Where's Statty at? Statty should be sitting and fighting you for that TBS. She's the one that deserves that belt. Thunder Rosa should be in line there. Thunder Rosa should be back already at this point. And honestly, to be real honest, I think Ruby should be fighting for that belt with alongside Tyra Valkyrie. There needs to be more for that title, honestly. The same way I feel about the AEW International Champion. I like the fact that Orange Cassidy's defending it every week. He's looking strong. He should have lost it against Buddy Matthews, honestly. Buddy Matthews was hitting devastating moves at the end. He should have won that match. Orange Cassidy scraped behind his teeth for that victory, to be honest. Will Hobbs and Silas Young. Silas is great stuff, but I don't know why we're having Silas fight for... He should be in the international championship feud with Orange Cassidy, honestly. Again, Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli versus Brandon Cutler and Mika Zakazawa. Who cares? They fought really well. I'll give the Elite their credit with the two, mid-carder talents fought very well. But the blood just coming out. Like, do we really need to do that every week with the Blackpool Combat Club? Do we need to have wrestlers bleed and whatnot? No, we don't. We absolutely don't. And I find it kind of annoying at times that they make these wrestlers bleed way too much, way too soon. Swerve Strickland versus Darby Allin. One hell of a banger. Again, Swerve Strickland is your best heel you got. And you saw it at the end of Dynamite where he hit Keith Lee with either a bat or a chair. And you're going to see that feud come full circle for Double or Nothing. Swerve said he wasn't done. They're going to have that rubber match. You're going to see Swerve probably get his victory back. Swerve is good shit. Hit Row, the Mogul affiliates I don't care for, but him part of the embassy and being an embassy member and maybe, being the face of it over Cage, I see it. Swerve Strickland is good shit, but needs to be put in the right places, to be honest. Darby Allin, he's a pillar. What can you say? He is a farm system talent that was underlooked by WWE and Evolve, came in. Now you're starting to see the full progression. You are starting to see him cut promos, and he cut a devastating promo against MJF. So did MJF. MJF, again, cuts great promos. You can't go wrong with MJF. He is the devil of AEW, So am I when it comes to streaming. And, at the end of the day, it works. It works. Again, Will Hobbs, that whole feud with Wardlow, it's okay. I'm not a big fan, but Wardlow needs to have more of a presence when it comes to story. I get why they had him lose the belt. The story with him was going nowhere. They needed to build diversity with him. They needed to build something with him. So I understand why they did what they did. Again, Jon Moxley and the Elite stuff, great stuff. That should be happening. They're lighting a Kenny Omega feud. Him and the Bucks, great, good stuff. Needs to happen. They were trying to go for the screwdriver to the face. Jon Moxley was egging it on. Then Adam Page needs to show up here, and we need to have the 4-on-4. Maybe they do a Survivor type match. Maybe they do something of the range of that with Survivor rules. Maybe they do something. Again, QT Marshall and whatever group he's got for the Cody Rhodes Nightmare Factory. Again, I don't care for it. There was a table spot. I mean, who cares? It was a wash. Again, this was your AEW outside of Jeff Hardy showing up and the Firm and Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy and Private Party. I mean, again, like I said, Matt and Jeff Hardy, I hope they re-candlelight. Maybe they do a Brother Nero. Maybe they do something. They said they don't got very much long. And Jeff did state that when he did come back, this is his redemption story. And he only has a X amount of time and he wants to go out in style. So I expect titles on Jeff Hardy. I expect him to get pushed. I expect Jeff Hardy to do the right things now. Now, Jeff Hardy has fucked up so much. Now it's on him. Whatever happens at this point is on him. I love to see him back. Jeff Hardy's great for business. Again, in the news, if you guys haven't followed, I have some links down below. I guess. But before I get into that news, I forgot to mention, it's a little chaotic because I'm scatterbrained right now in this review, and I've gone over what my quick review should be. Adam Cole, where was he? He came out at the end against Keith Lee. They kind of teased they talked about NXT and their rivalry, which that was kind of cool. Again, we didn't see Nigel McGuinness. Is Nigel McGuinness on Ring of Honor or is he on AEW? I'm so confused what they're doing with him because they teased him on AEW, but is he on Ring of Honor? He's on the tapings. We're going to see tonight with Caprice and Kabani. We're going to see. But again, like I said, what are we doing with him? You signed him, made him an offer, gave him a lot of money. Same with Jay White. We got a Jay White promo segment with Rock Hard Juice Robinson. They're going to be the Bullet Club Gold in All Elite Wrestling. They should just be called the Bullet Club. I don't know why they're calling themselves the Bullet Club Gold. Unless they're bringing in other people from the Bullet Club from New Japan to fill in these other spots. So it's just another faction in AEW, which is cool, I guess. I guess that's cool. I mean, I'm cool with that. Anyway, again, like I said, Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland, it looks like that's going to be the thing. At first, I thought that was Sammy Guevara being Sammy Guevara, but no, that was Swerve Strickland. Anyway, let's get into some of the news. AEW, I guess, is denying CM Punk. I guess CM Punk wants to come back really bad, and he's kind of proposing some things to AEW, and they've kind of denied or said no. Again, Seth Rollins, that's the big topic. Seth Rollins is talking about walking out of WWE. He said his contract is coming to an end soon, and he's talking about, again, possibly going to AEW. If he's not being treated right. Again, I guess it came out him and Cody they don't like each other so much. And he feels Cody Rhodes should not have a push. He should be the guy. And I don't blame him for that. Or this could be kayfabe. Again, Bailey talking about walking out the company. Is that true or not? So again, we there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of news out there. So this is most of the news that has so far taken over. AEW's video game, again, like I said, I've talked about that at the very beginning, with the DK Oldie stuff. At the end of the day, we're getting ready for that All In. What's going to happen between now and All In? We're going to find out by August. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe. Here's a wrestling score for you. It's a solid B-. I mean, honestly, 7.75, 8. I mean, it's an okay show. Better than Raw. Honestly, better than Raw. Hands down, better than Raw. I even think Dark Elevation was better than Raw, but that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. I'll see you on the next review. Peace.